Alright, welcome to Let's Ride to Aberystwth, episode 6. And unfortunately, I appear to have had a slight technical problem where the audio for episodes 4 and 5 did not actually initiate recording. That's extremely annoying because I actually thought they were very nice episodes. And I can't remember what I talked about because, you know, it's not like there's a script or anything. And I'm chatting away while I'm riding along. So, I hope you liked the chill beats to ride motorcycles too that I will have probably dubbed over my video footage. Sorry about that. But on we go to, I think, Ryder? Yeah, I think it's Ryder is the next stop. We've just been to Water Break Neck. What? Do not like this at all. I've got it in Ren mode. I switched that over when I came up this way because it's just like, ugh. Oh god, this is not a good surface. Yeah, that was Water Break Neck, which is kind of just like a pretty nice waterfall. Check out the travelogue if you want to see some details of that. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Did I swear already? I did. There we go. It's back to sport mode. I'm trying not to swear, but you know, sometimes I find that quite difficult. It has been a rather pleasing ride though, even though I'm running a little bit behind and it took a while for breakfast to settle. And I've had some technical difficulties, but the riding has been beautiful. Oh yeah, and the sun is not coming out. It is getting a little bit warmer. My hands are no longer cold. What else did I talk about? I talked about respecting little rural communities' speed limits because, you know, you're a guest in their village and roaring through their community both loudly and fastly is not really very nice. I grew up in a rural community and, you know, you would like it if people were roaring through your village centre at 60 miles an hour, so why should they? Why should they have to put up with it? So be nice to people. What else did I talk about? I talked about how... I think we can... Yeah. I talked about how it's very tempting to be like, oh, there's always a truck or there's always a bus. But there's not always a bus. It's just that, you know, trucks and buses also use these roads and you're going faster than them. Inevitably, you are going to actually come up behind one. That's just how it is. I can pass this one. But you know, they're using the road too. Same goes for like cars that go slow through bends. If you're going fast through bends, you're inevitably going to catch up with them. Oh, I bet the bit where I talked about how it wasn't so bad being stuck behind people on this bike because it's always in gear. I bet I missed that too. Maybe I'll repeat that at some point. Oh gosh, yes. Whoops. Could have been worse. Oh, this is very nice though. Speaking of getting stuck behind people, here we go. These people aren't going as fast as I'm going through these bends, that's for sure. But because I don't have any gears, I don't have to worry about, you know, am I doing too many revs? Am I doing too little revs? Am I going too fast to the turn? Am I too slow to the turn? Do I need to shift up? Do I shift down? I'm always in the perfect gear because there's only one gear. I don't have to worry about it. And the bike's really nice and smooth, which means that being stuck behind someone like isn't so bad because, especially the VFR, like the VFR has a gear that it wants to be in, like going through any turn at any given speed. It wants to it wants you to select the right speed that it wants, and it doesn't like doing someone else's speed. Whereas this bike isn't like that at all. This bike's just like, yeah, whatever speed, it's good. You know, we've got the optimum gearing for it. Go for it. You know, and that makes it very pleasurable to ride in the real world. I think I've repeated everything now. Probably. Oh, I might have said some stuff about search optimization. But, nope. Yeah, that can wait. We'll do that in episode 7. Spread it out a little. Because I got a lot of talking to do. There's a lot of dead space to fill in this ride because it's very long. No road studs. Well, I guess I better pull off then. And we'll go for that one. We get both of them? We can take both of them. There we go. I love engine braking, it's great. Well, regen, I guess. It's actually something I really liked about the VFR. It had really good engine braking, and the transition to regen has been very easy for me because I love doing like one control riding where I just use the throttle for everything. Biggest adjustment to regen for me is being how to manage braking whilst doing regen, because obviously the VFR you could brake whilst engine braking with the rear brake, but oh, I forgot to check my instructions. I'm gonna stop at this town and I'm going to quickly check my instructions. Yeah, you can brake with the rear brake whilst you're engine braking. Whereas this thing, if you're using regen, the rear brake just loads up your braking even more, and it's not good for traction. The ABS tends to kick in. So this bike, if you want extra braking on top of your regen, you have to use the front brake instead. Let's see if there's a lay-by up here, because I was just like, yes, next waypoint, and forgot to actually check what my video instructions were. There's the ABS kicking in on the rear brake too. Right. Stop here very quick. I'll probably cut this out. Uh-oh. I do not want to be stuck behind a tractor. There we go. So I have instructions that tell me when episode breaks are and stuff. And I definitely just completely forgot to look at it for this leg. Because what I tend to do is I'll set a waypoint that's 2 episodes from wherever I am, and then I'll have like an instruction that says when you get to this village, do an episode break. Friendo, do not. Penny bumped. Yep. We'll just be nice to these villagers. And we'll roll through their town at a reasonable speed. And we won't make lots of engine noises with our like ridiculous exhaust while we're doing it. There we go. Aww, you just be nice to the people of Pennybunt. That's something that I was talking about. When I was talking about how, like, you know, in the real world, the way this bike rides is really, really nice, because, you know, you can be stuck behind someone and you're not worrying about, like, messing around with gears and stuff. There is oil on this road that is unacceptable. Service your car. Take it for a service. This is not okay. But yeah, in the real world, this bike, the way this bike rides is superior to a petrol bike, because it's just easier and more pleasant to be stuck behind someone. Now on the track, it's a very different story. This is something I talked about in one of the episodes I lost the audio on. On the track, it's a different story, but I don't really ride track. I certainly wouldn't really be taking this thing on the track. It's not what I bought it for. On the track, you know, the way that you ride is very different. You're not really getting stuck behind someone on track. Oh, I mean, I guess. You know, you might be trying to pass someone, but, you know, you're not going to be stuck behind them in the way you will on the normal road. So this is Crossgates. And if you remember me checking my instructions, this is where the episode break is. So, if you liked this video, give it a like. If you'd like to respond to some of my wild ramblings, then please do leave a comment. I have many other videos. You should check them out. If you enjoy them, do subscribe. And if you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell. And if you would like to reward me for entertaining you today, you can find my coffee link in the description below. Goodbye.